Hi guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Don here. I want to talk about today my first experience with a strategy session with someone, which was fun. I'd like to invite you guys to do the same. We can get some good content. I'll show you where you can listen to that one that I did before. Give you some updates on the podcast. I was interviewed by Paul Wright. You might want to listen to that. We talked about kind of an interesting topic about how to kind of streamline your treatments using patient presentations. Some thoughts about keeping up with reading. I know that's a struggle both within podiatry, but also if you're wanting to learn marketing or business or other things like that. And then I want to go through my pain points here. I'm trying to put together this first webinar product, and it's kind of a pain. And I'll walk you guys through why it's such a pain, and I'll kind of go through the process with you. Okay, so let's get into it. Podiatry Practice Mastery. I want to show you guys kind of the numbers. It says purchase numbers, so you guys are all purchasing this for free, right? But this is how it shows up in Kajabi. I started around December, and I think it was January is when we started these off. And in the beginning, there were more people, like 50 people a month, and then it kind of went down, and then it kind of went up to here in April. And then usually what happened is each week there was these bumps that are kind of in mid-week. Mid-month, based on what I was talking about on these interviews or on these things like this. We used to do it through Present, but now we're just kind of doing it this way. And so the numbers are kind of going down. There's going to be a little spike because I was interviewed by Paul, but this is kind of how the numbers look. This is his practiceology. Paul is a very good entrepreneurial thinker. He's got a great idea called the 1 minute practice, and it's a way of kind of putting systems in place and automating them and putting in place once. So it might be something you want to kind of consider thinking about. And let's go here now and talk about the other stuff. So here's where I'll put a link underneath if you want to do a strategy session. That would be fun. If you just do it during the lunch period, we could talk about anything that you want to work on or what's kind of struggling for you, or even you want to share kind of what's working for you, share it with other people that are listeners that are like you. This is the Apple podcast. This is a strategy session I did with a doc from Canada, and we had just a fun time talking. It was about 44 minutes long. Talk about different things that are working for him, different struggles, things like that. If you guys want to do the same, I'll be putting these in parentheses or brackets. As you can see within my podcast, I put brackets around different stuff. So like the PPM, these are these weekly updates, the one that you're probably watching the video to or listening to. They come out once a week. And then in between, I put in different topics. So this one I'm talking about active campaign. This is an email service to kind of send out direct response stuff, set up like free ebook downloads and things like that. This is the experience with TV ads and some ideas behind that. Strategy session, a webinar checklist. I put this webinar checklist together as part of one of the free giveaways for the course that I'm putting together. That's why I put this checklist together. It was an audio that's going to be used then in that product. This is that book summary thing that Paul Wright, which I'm talking about. He's the one, he gives away these. So this is a book summary video. It's kind of a neat thing. If you click it, you'll get once or twice a week, there'll be a new book summary. And I'll give you some other options today for that. And then some mistakes I used for treating patients with patient presentation for like heel pain, just really not my inability to connect with some patients with using the video. So the video wasn't great for everyone. So those are the podcast updates. Feel free to join Podiatry Practice Mastery. Like I showed you before, the numbers kind of keep adding, and we just kind of keep growing the list. And that's kind of the whole purpose until we can find something to sell, right? That's what we want to do, is either do it a monthly subscription or individual products. And I'll kind of explain my whole mindset thinking behind that. Currently, I'm thinking about either doing a individual products or doing a membership. The struggle with membership is how much do I charge people that are watching or listening, and what added benefit can I give them? I'm part of a couple of these memberships, but I think the bigger benefit would be more like a mastermind. If yes, you could charge $10 or $20 and I could do a print newsletter, but that's a lot of extra work on my end, and I'm not really wanting to do that. And so where is it? When is it that I start charging, or do I charge for products? And I'll talk about that product development stuff. These are the actual numbers here for these offers. in the last 30 days, there were 27 people that signed up. So this is very similar. Okay, this is the back end of Kajabi. Okay, so you can see here all this stuff like on my website. You can see Podiatry Practice Mastery, these blog posts that I'm doing each week, where they're going to be, and then you can see that. Now down here, I have a couple of other websites. The other one is my Dr. Pelto website. This is the one that I'm growing as well, and you can see here this grows in by about 28 opt-ins a month. So this is the other one that grows within Kajabi, and these are the free book downloads. And so the way I grow Podiatry Practice Mastery is with a membership, but I'm thinking about changing the format to do other types of opt-in opportunities. So this is what I use as Kajabi. I'll put a little link if you guys are interested. If you do sign up for Kajabi, I think it's like a affiliate thing. So if you let them know I referred you over, I don't know, I probably get something. I don't know exactly how much because I'm not getting anything right now, but something is better than nothing. Going over about how to books. I want to show you, this is my Audible library. Currently I do Audible. I've been doing this for a number of years. Some of the books I'm listening to right now, Dr. Henry Cloud, Necessary Endings, Storyworthy, some stuff on Napoleon Hill. These ones I've downloaded. I haven't listened to them yet. The Ultimate Sales Machine, Chet Holmes, I talked about that. The Ultimate Sales Letter, Subscribed. This is a really good one. Robert Ringer, if you haven't read this one, Winning by Intimidation. So these are some cool books, and a couple of other ways of doing it. One's called Read It For Me, which is similar. It's like an Audible thing, but they're book summaries. So you can do this. What I like about it, they have like this lifetime membership. So if you like it, you can try it for a month and then just switch to a lifetime, and then you never have to keep buying things. I think we're going to see a lot more people going into these like lifetime things because people get tired of paying once a month and they just want to pay a bigger amount to get it for life. That's called Read It For Me, readitfor.me. And another one is called Free Book Summaries and More. This is another one that I heard about, it's a lot more reasonable. So once again, you can get a lifetime for you can give it and get it for like $40 here or $20 with no refunds. That's kind of a neat idea. I don't know how many books they have. They're using this same thing that I think I talked about before. These are the elf sites to put these reviews and things like that. That was kind of a neat idea as well that they put on here. So I think people are going more towards these lifetime access. So one thought for me is when I do Podiatry Practice Mastery is doing like you could do $10 a month, or you could do like $100 a year, or like a $500 for lifetime access with all the other junk that I put together. That would be more like feasible for me, I think, for this thing. So let me show you what I'm working on right now. So this is a webinar. It's just the webinar. I think it was the webinar thing that I signed up for, but this is within pipelines within Kajabi. And this is how I'm doing it. And this is like giving me a headache and my brain hurts and I'm tired and I want to give up, and just kind of walking you guys how this feels doing this. It's not comfortable because I do this in between patients, and I should really pay someone to do this. So I am kind of paying someone. So let me explain. Karina she's a ghostwriter, and she's writing the emails for this. Okay. And so the way this works is you can do this with ActiveCampaign. You can do this with Kajabi. This is where you sell stuff within Kajabi. So what it is, it's an opt-in page, a webinar email sequence, a sales page, and then a checkout page. So I want to talk to you guys and teach you how I'm going to sell this to you guys in the future. So those that are listening, you can see how and why I'm going to want to sell this. So let's go into this a little bit. So this is the sequence of how this works. The first opt-in it's called a squeeze page. Basically, it's a page that like everything that you need to know to master your first webinar. So what this is a webinar checklist that I talked to you guys about before, that other podcast, and it's a free checklist. And I had Karina, we're doing a 50-50 split on this. So if I make nothing, she makes nothing, and if I make $100, she'll get 50 of it. Okay. But I don't care because it's getting the first one done. This is where you put your name, your email, you get instant access. And so when you get that, okay, when you put that, then you'll automatically be guided to a page that'll go to that free download. Okay. The free downloads first I'm not selling the actual course yet. Okay, free download. Then you go to a sequence of emails that Karina wrote. Okay, you get the checklist first. Now, a cool thing about the checklist, if you guys like the stuff, you probably wouldn't be listening if you didn't like it, at least this far. This is, you can put these little bracket things. You put first name. So this is how stuff is made directly to you. Here's a email list. Now, this is an active campaign, a link. This is a Calendly link, Google Slides link, Fiverr link, and Zoom link. These are the things that I use. Now, the cool thing about these, especially Calendly, Fiverr, and Zoom, they're all affiliate links, meaning if someone clicks and does something, I might eventually make something on it, but not as of now. Okay, and here is the 7-minute audio. That's the same audio that I just showed you guys in the podcast, right? I did the audio to add it as like a special bonus of telling people how to do these. So you tell people how, and then if they want to pay you, then you teach them how. Okay, and this is the paid component. So my whole thought for this sales page is putting together a product for podiatrists or other people to buy about webinars. So basically using webinars for patient engagement and profit. And what this is a series of slides that I put together, and I recorded them, and I'm walking you through, and I'm going to give you my actual slides from the webinars that I've done. You guys have seen the last one that was posted was on plantar fasciitis, and I'll give you the slide decks, but then I'll teach you kind of how to go through it, because it seems easy and I talk about it a lot, but to really do it is just kind of a pain. And so I'm now, this is the part that I'm struggling with, is how do I set this up and make it look nice, because it looks kind of blah right now, but it needs to be nicer. So people will get the 3 emails, and in those emails it'll send them if they want to buy it. And the price I'm thinking about is $197, and this is something I need to fix. I just don't have time to do it yet. You guys will get the the real one when it actually comes out. And then this is the 50-50 split. Basically, you can do an affiliate program with Kajabi, and I added Karina on it, and so she'll get 50%, I'll get 50%. I'm thinking of a price of $197. The total time is about 2 hours of like videos, and that's kind of what it's gonna be like. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking things out of Podiatry Practice Mastery and putting them into these courses, and this is where I think the products will come up on. So let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of overwhelmed. If you guys are lasting this long, you must be interested in this stuff. And then finally, this is that link. I'll put a link to the podcast with Paul Wright, how to get out of your healthcare business grind by delivering patient presentations. This is that patient presentation thing, which I think will be the next product within this. So within Podiatry Practice Mastery, when you log in, I would log in, and that's where you can learn about these patient presentations. I put it up in front here, and then so basically once I develop it into a product, then I'll take it out of here and I'll put it into that product, and that's kind of the thoughts. But if you haven't checked in, I don't like this whole format of the library because a lot of people aren't logging in or aren't looking at the material. So I'm thinking about making individual products. If you guys have a better idea, let me know. Okay, guys, thanks. Until next week.